Right guys, I thought that you could come along with me while I make my, while I assemble the piece and make the dough. So, just so you can stick around a little bit more. So this is that 2 cups that I said of the, I know you've seen this many of time before, but what I'm going to do is get some flour out here, just so I can put some on the table, just so to help it. Basically, so I know some people put flour in a bowl and just like dip their hands into it, but I'm not going to do that. I've just got the bag sitting behind my phone here, bag of flour, if and when I need it. But I have yeast here, which is just water. It's 1 sachet of yeast in this 2/3 of a cup of water. So I reckon it's probably going to make 3 pieces actually, this amount. Just checking on my eggplants, which actually look not that bad. So I'm going to just, all you want is you want them soft really, because they roast in the oven on the pizza when you've got them on the pizza. So I wouldn't even hesitate to put garlic over the top of the eggplant, like some garlic powder, just to give it a little bit more flavour. But these are actually, they're not going transparent, but they're going that off colour. You know how eggplants go? They look like they're saturated basically, like when they start to cook. So I'll show you. Like, you see like that colour on the top there, like that more opaque sort of colour. So you want it to get like that, and then that's it. You don't want to cook it anymore because it'll keep cooking in the oven. So you just want it to soften. You could put vinegar on it as well for flavour if you wanted to, because eggplant's really nice with that tangy vinegar flavour. Just cooked in oil and salt is also just fine, it's perfect. You don't want to overcook it because then you'll find it gets soggy and it will start disintegrating. So I'm actually going to turn the heat off because I'm quite happy with that. I reckon they're soft enough for the oven. It's just basically to pre-cook it. So I'll show you what it's like. That's how it looks. So there's some thicker pieces, some pieces that weren't as thick and they disintegrated a little bit, but that overall is quite good. I'm happy with that because they'll keep cooking in the oven. And in the time being, I'm just going to leave the lid on top of the saucepan just so that they steam a bit more. And while that happens, I'm going to that in there, which you've seen before many a time, but I thought we could get a bit more up close and personal now in the videos. Was a bit more mechanical before. So that'll all mix together. You just basically want it to okay. A lot of people think you're too nice, wanking faggot, don't they? That's what I'm hearing in the background. They think I'm too nice for letting you people in and getting up close and personal. I guess that's just the existence I'm living in now. Always having it so open and transparent with my spirit guidance. There's no filter with the thoughts I hear from the collective. It's all the private thoughts just that I hear all the time. So I guess that's now why I'm being so open with you. Because that's what I hear. All I hear is openness, which is I don't know, I think it's good. I think it's really good. So, pouring some of this in here, just gradually mix it. So I reckon this will definitely do 3 pieces. And I think I mentioned before I have 3 pizza bases. So I just bought those at Kmart. They were actually really inexpensive. I reckon they were like $2 each or something, those pizza bases. So it's a good investment because, as I said, the holes in them actually allow the base to cook properly and get crisp. So just add this mixture bit by bit. This what do you call it? This yeast mixture. So it just incorporates it gradually. Otherwise you're left with a wet mess and a dry mess, and you have to try and mesh the two together really quickly. Just makes it easier to do. Gets the time though where you really have to just pour the bulk of it on. But I think 2/3 of a cup is just a bit more friendly for just to give it more moisture. It helps. It'll be interesting to see how that self-raising flour actually turns out as well. But I think typically you're supposed to use plain flour for pizza, but obviously self-raising flour has that rising quality. So I can smell the eggplant. They were fresh from the garden, those ones. We've got a lot more eggplant coming through. So it'll be interesting to see how that plant goes as we get into winter, into the colder weather, because it's more of a summer plant, that eggplant. So hopefully we have some warm days in autumn, so that plant can keep generating fruits. So I'm just going to add enough of this liquid until I'm happy with this. Okay. Got to add all of it apparently, I'm hearing, so. It's actually going to make it quite yeasty, this mix, which is going to be good for when it rises. I'll probably just put it in the oven and let it rise in a bowl or something, just for half an hour or whatever. The saying, listen to your intuition, wanking bowl / fag. They said bowl and fag at the same time. So that was definitely enough of that stuff there, because that's quite moist now. So I am going to just let that rise in the oven in a bowl. Alright, they're saying we don't think it needs rising in the oven, so I'll just basically put it onto pans now, and I will put the topping on. I reckon it's probably going to make 2 that quantity, that amount of dough. I won't make 3, I don't think, unless, because I'm not allowing it to rise and like stand and then rise, so it'll probably just do 2, which is good enough. Rightio. So, yeah, that was the amount left there. What's that? How much is that? A bit under half a cup. So yeah, I'll probably use 1/3 of a cup of this this mixture here. So this I will put aside. Put that there. So I reckon it'll make 2. So just with the tissue, I'm going to use oil, just on the tissue, and pretty well just slather it over like that. And actually, these are non-stick as it is, but it just helps obviously to have oil on there for the cooking process. And it soaks into the base, and it just makes it really good. Makes it crisp. Look, that's all you need. Do the same for the other pan. Right. I will pause it now because you probably don't want to see any more than that, and I'll come back and show you the other stuff in a minute.